chastity, obedience, and poverty are three of the most common vows taken by religious who are consecrated. I am a layperson, so even though I consider myself a Catholic hermit and I've removed myself from the world for the most part, not only the world but the flesh and the devil, I feel that my vows should be a little more broad into purity, simplicity, and loyalty. There are several fourth vows that many different religious orders make. They differ from each order. For instance, the Jesuits make a vow of complete obedience to the Supreme Pontiff, which is the Pope. The Passionists make a vow to live out the Passion of Christ everywhere they go. And there's just different ones for Franciscans or all that. One of them, for a very traditional religious order, is silence. And I want to talk today how silence can be used in your own spiritual life to cultivate grace and merit. So, if I wanted to have a day of silence, I would turn off the television, turn off the cell phone, go into the woods without any electronic device by myself, maybe with my dog, and just walk around or camp out for a full day. And that really is cleansing to the whole being of a person, to detach from technology in such a way that we are today. Another way that we could do daily, and this is done in a lot of monasteries, is that after evening prayer, so right before you go to bed and you pray, you would hold what is called the Great Silence, and that it goes from a little bit before bedtime all the way to a little bit after you wake up. And the first thing you do upon speaking after the Great Silence is you make the sign of the cross and you say your morning prayers. And the last thing you do before the Great Silence is to make the sign of the cross and say your evening prayer. And that is a really good way to cultivate a spiritual life at home. I know if you have kids, it would be a lot more difficult, but you can always start off with an hour of silence or less, depending on the age of the children. But for people like me who just are solo and live alone, it's a lot easier to cultivate silence. And I've learned that after helping out with my nieces. Kids are very loud, which is tolerable, but still. Anyways, silence is good, silence is healing, and we should all try to have a little bit more silence in our life.